I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report. CarMax, Royal Palm Beach. CarMax, the largest seller of used cars in the world. So one of the big things with used cars is the fact that off-lease cars are not as many of them available anymore because the lessees are wising up to the fact that even if they don't want to extend the lease of that car, they should exercise their option to purchase it and sell it to somebody else. So the dealers don't have these off-lease cars feeding their inventories, and prices are going up and up. Although we talked earlier in the show, they come off a little bit of a shift in the downward of used car prices. At least you had a little bit of relief when you traded your car in. We advise people, be sure you maximize the price, shop it, go to several sources, and you can get a good price on a used car. Several months ago, we told the story of a man who ordered a new RAV4 from my Toyota dealership. He waited a few months and paid MSRP for it when it finally came in. We draw the line at MSRP. Sounds like a lot of money to me, but it sure isn't today. It's thousands of dollars cheaper than everybody else. He bought that from us, a RAV4 from MSRP. Then he drove to Boynton Beach and sold it to CarMax for about $4,000 more than he paid me for it. CarMax bought it. They paid $4,000 over MSRP. How much did they charge the next person that came into CarMax to buy the car? So their cost basis was MSRP. You know they marked it up several thousand. So if you're going to buy a used car, find out what that car costs new today. There actually is happening today. You're seeing used cars being sold for greater than the new car, because the whole market is topsy-turvy. It's crazy out there. The same thing is happening all over the country. It's a shame because buying a used car these days is the only viable option many people have. With new cars taking 6 months to a year to order, there's little choice. Almost literally, we don't have any cars on our inventory. Everybody that buys a car from us virtually orders a car. If you go to a used car lot, we have a used car lot, we've got about 100 cars you can choose from. Cars are way priced high, but at least there's 100 cars. And you don't have any new cars to choose from, so that's the reason it's such a dilemma. We have new or used car. We sent Agent Lightning into CarMax in Royal Palm Beach, and this is the first time for us. We've only investigated Boynton Beach and Jensen Beach before, the other two CarMaxes in this area. Speaking in the first person as if I were Agent Lightning, I arrived at CarMax at 12:30. I entered the building, found my way to the front desk, where I was greeted by Scott. I knew this from his name tag, but he didn't properly introduce himself, but he did have a name tag. He asked how I was and if I had an idea of what I was looking for. I showed Scott their listing for a 2021 Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium on my phone and asked if it was available. He said if it was on their website, it was available. Now that sounds almost like a smart aleck remark, but it's a very important remark. A lot of car dealers are advertising cars on their website that they don't have.
Ghost cars.
Sometimes new cars. So you always want to be sure that the car you come into a dealership for, be it new or used, if they say it's there, just verify it, because sometimes it's not. And in fact, a lot of times it's not. Scott pointed me in the direction of the RAV4 on the lot, said it should be unlocked. I headed over to it and took my pictures. The price on the window sticker was $1,000 less than the online listing. $35,998. That's strange. I was complimenting CarMax when I said that was strange, because they're straight up. They're honest. They're not perfect. They're a straight up outfit. If I were going to buy a used car or send a friend to buy a used car, you could do a lot worse than CarMax. I headed back inside and found Scott. I said I would like to see the out the door price on the RAV4, but Scott now seemed very stressed and preoccupied. He apologized, said he was trying to finish up a couple of things. He asked me to wait for him by the front desk. As I waited for Scott, another employee approached and asked if I had been helped. I said I was waiting for Scott. He asked if Scott had taken my name and number and entered it into the computer. I said he hadn't, so he sat down, gathered the info, put me into the system. By the way, CarMax does like we do. They don't pay commissions to the salespeople based on profits, or they pay the salespeople based on the number of cars they sell. So they don't care how much the car costs. The number of cars is how they're commission. So CarMax salesmen are a cut above the average salespeople. By the way, no one has introduced himself to me, so I asked a new guy for his name. It was Blake. Blake asked me if I knew the stock number for the RAV4 I was looking at. I showed him a listing on my phone. Blake pulled up the vehicle on his computer and began to go over CarMax benefits, which included 90-day, 4,000-mile warranty and a 30-day limited return warranty. All warranties virtually are limited returns. You really have to watch warranties. And when they say we have a 30-day return guarantee, be careful. You got to read the fine print and find out exactly what these warranties are and guarantees are. Then he pushed an extended warranty on me, but did tell me it was optional, and he obviously said it where I could understand it because I declined. That's something you usually don't see. You find that warranty when you get home and look at your paperwork. You didn't even know you bought it. I asked if the price of $35,998 was negotiable. I told him I'd been shopping for a new one but couldn't wait to order one. I showed him that MSRP for the new model was almost $6,000 less than a used one. Again, CarMax, they're honest. They buy inventory for what they have to pay, and they had to pay probably $3,000 over MSRP to buy that car, and they marked that up another $3,000 to sell it to me, and that was $6,000. But that's what they have to do to stay in business, and I don't hold them as responsible as I do new car dealers who sell way over MSRP. Because new car dealers have a source, they have a manufacturer, they're franchised. They can get new cars at dealer cost. CarMax can't. They have to buy their new cars, and they have to pay the dealer too much money. Blake was very nice, but his explanation was basically, it is what it is. And that's tragically the truth today. He said prices were high because of the inventory shortages, and nothing can be done about it. I asked him for a detailed breakdown of the price. Blake did some stuff on his computer, then printed a complete buyer's order for me. The sale price was a posted $35,998. They had added a $399. That's their dealer fee. We were asked earlier in the show, what are the dealer fees in our area? This is the lowest I know of, $399, and there are dealers doing $2,000, $3,000. It's crazy. They call theirs a processing fee. All dealers call their fees something else. Dealer fee has become a generic term like aspirin.
Kleenex for tissue.
Kleenex, exactly, a tissue, yeah. So dealer fee is tissue or aspirin. It's got 1,000 names. And they also have a $27 optional electronic filing fee. That's cute. I don't know what that means, but before adding sales tax and a legitimate government fee. So Blake sympathized with extreme pricing, encouraged me to reconsider ordering a new car. I thanked him for my time, and now it's voting time.
I'm going to give him a B. Prices are high, but that's not CarMax's fault.
For me, I'm going to say a B.
B. Nancy?
Interesting. I too am going to give them a B. It's a great place to go to.
I'm going to give them an A. They're the best. The best anyway. I don't mean they're perfect. I just mean that I don't know another used car place you could get any better treatment. They were one price before we were on used cars, and their dealer fee is very low. So I think they're a great outfit. I can't recommend anybody, if you're buying a used car, more than CarMax. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.